CIS is a global membership community for institutions, and we have schools and universities from 122 different countries that have joined CIS because they want to learn more about each other in their own context, their own culture, their own language of providing international education to the students and families that they serve. So networking is an essential part of what we do, and our shared vision is to develop socially responsible leadership through international education. And importantly, what that looks like in each community, in each culture, in each context will be different according to the needs of the community. What international education is today compared to what it was even 30 years ago is a completely different thing. Let me explain. When international education started, it was really to serve a small number of families who found themselves leaving their own country and culture and form of education to do work for multiple purposes in other countries. And so what happened is you had national education systems globalizing or making more mobile their own form of education to facilitate students returning to their home countries. In today's world, international education is all about offering more opportunity, more languages, more knowledge, diverse curricula to local communities. So we see local education internationalizing. So what does that mean for an international educator? It means that ultimately you're more involved with governmental ministries and departments of education because they now are paying a lot of attention to those internationalization trends. At the same time, one of the challenges we're seeing is the fact that in some countries, all of a sudden they're like, oh, we're getting too diverse. Maybe we can't serve all these people. And you see now some nationalistic restrictions on immigration or even on academic freedom and content. That's a big challenge for international educators. Ultimately, young people in our world have access to so much information digitally. Despite the physical borders we put in place, they are going to transcend those, and they need us to support them as they increasingly interact with people who have grown up differently than they have. I think perhaps that's the biggest challenge we all face, no matter whether we're leading a school or a university, in terms of supporting and preparing young people for life beyond school. We're fortunate at CIS because we do work with both schools and higher education institutions. And what that means is we have the opportunity to join people to bridge that gap and to talk about shared practices that hopefully won't leave the student in a gap or without support as they may move to a new country, a new culture, any new context. So this gives us a tremendous opportunity, like at the workshop today, to actually share some of the research we've conducted through them, with them, through surveys, to say what kind of support do you need to strengthen your practices and to work more as a joined up effort and not in our silos. Because typically it's fairly common for school leaders and teachers to talk together, or universities, but when we come together, we can create better solutions, better resources that will help everyone. So we try to replicate this. Here we're talking about transition to higher education, but we're doing the same thing, for example, related to assessment. We're now in the middle of a pilot to develop a set of complex competency rubrics that will help not only students but their teachers portray and record a better picture of not just what they know but what they can do and how that's going to support them in university life and beyond into work. Just a couple of examples of how that joined up cross-sector approach can be very effective. Here in Andalusia, we have one university and 2 schools. But we see huge opportunity to grow our network here and beyond this region throughout Spain. And we also see that Spain itself is internationalizing local education. So just imagine the possibilities for a stronger network of schools interested in connecting with leaders in education from other countries and cultures. It's just nothing but opportunity ahead for Spain. But we've also felt so welcomed here that everyone is truly interested in learning more. And it's such a vibrant culture and community that it's very exciting to think about doing more work in this region of the world. The university has been incredible in terms of connecting us with people in the community who could make this event such a welcoming one for people who are coming from over 100 countries around the world to come together and talk about how to support students in their transition to university. We couldn't have asked for more, not just logistically, but in terms of educational context here in Spain, being a welcoming country, making sure people have the support they need, supporting us, but also inviting members of the Jesuit network from other countries around the world to learn more about what we can do together. As a result, for example, we also have a new university from Uruguay, part of that network that's now joined the CIS community. So I think working together, we show how strong we can be when we learn from our local member institutions. We learn from you, and then we help provide opportunities to amplify that knowledge. I think it's really important, firstly, that the local government recognized what an amazing opportunity this is to help, support, welcome, and make sure such a diverse group of educators are coming together to learn about this region. And actually, they've helped make it possible for us to take all of the participants, over 900 people, to some of the local wonderful historical and cultural venues in the city to learn more about the origins of life here in the region, but also how education is expanding. So just that open perspective in itself will help multiply itself and help people want to come back and create and build more networks in this region. We know that education is a stimulus for all sorts of other growth, including business, economic, social opportunities. And the young people in the schools that are all gathering here are eventually going to see this as a vibrant region and inevitably think of it fondly and keep it in mind as they think about their own plans for the future. Most importantly, we would like to extend our appreciation to the Junta de Andalucía for their generous financial support that allows us to have a reception in a very special cultural location for our members. We couldn't have done this without their support, and for that we're very grateful.